The Atlanta Braves and the San Diego Padres. Opening day festivities wrapping up, and we'll be back to get this season started right after this. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. So the Atlanta Braves, with major expectations, they're among the favorites this season. Chris, they'd love to build on that postseason appearance from last year. Do you think it can be a springboard for them?
I do, Boog, because these guys have already got the building blocks in place. And you make the postseason, you know you've got a shot at the title. So the experience will definitely help them this time around. But it's a long...
So just about set now. And today's starter, Michael King. Singy, he's a guy that can rack up a lot of strikeouts.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix. So for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on one or two pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working. But if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to...
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. And brings it in at the wall.
Outstanding catch right there, and I love the commitment that he showed. He knew that the wall was close, but was determined to make that catch, and a nice calculation of just how much room he had to try to minimize that contact.
Michael Harris the second. Now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Up the middle, whips it to first on the run, and they get the out. And now the opening day lineup for the Braves. Chris, this is a franchise and a fan base that expects success.
No doubt about that, Boog. I mean, they've gone to the postseason 7 straight years, and last year was the first time they didn't win the NL East since 2017. I wouldn't be surprised if they reclaim their spot atop the East and make a deep postseason run this year.
Marcell Ozuna, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1. He swings and fouls one off. Fastball is outside. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And we're back. Towing the slab in today's game, Chris Sale.
He's racked up over 2,000 strikeouts in his career. He's such a competitor out on the mound. So fun to watch him work. I'm excited for this one.
And now the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. First offering misses badly for ball 1. Sale, multi-time All-Star. He features a slider, a four-seamer, a changeup, and he works in a sinker. And that one fouled off. 1-2 now, Sale. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Harris after it. Calls it in, and there's one away. Here's the opening day lineup for the Padres. Chris, San Diego's been threatening to make a deep run in recent seasons. Is this the year they do it?
I don't see why not, Boog. I mean, they won 93 games last year, and that's the second most in franchise history. I know the NL West is a meat grinder of a division, but I could absolutely see these Padres making a lot of noise in October.
Bogarts, who wears that number 2 on his back for his idol, Derek Jeter. Line drive, fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in, and he's in there with a double. Nice way to start the year.
Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
On the ground, all bees, and there's 2 away. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Now here is Fernando Tatis Jr. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Pulls it in on the run. And that is that. Padres leave 1, scoreless after 1. All set for the start of the inning. And the batter now, Matt Olson. Olson, a former Gold Glove winner, batting in the cleanup spot. A former first-round pick back in 2012. And that is out of play.
Get out of here, Braves.
1-1.
Freddie Ferguson doing the umpiring duties behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, Freddie's a well-respected umpire, Boog. Maybe a little bit more of a pitcher's umpire. He does like to pitch down just below the knees or right about there, but most hitters are pretty good at covering that spot these days.
Fans don't really understand the familiarity and relationship players and coaches have with umpires. I mean, you see them a lot.
Yeah, Boog, they're all out there trying to do their best and perform at a high level. So when you respect that, I think over time you can develop a relationship with them.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Here comes Austin Riley. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Profar climbs in on that left side. On the ground, could be 2. Off balance feet, there's 1. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. No runs. Back here at Petco Park in beautiful San Diego. This place hosted postseason baseball last year, Siggy, and Padre fans hope they'll experience more of the same this year.
Great energy in this ballpark, and a successful Padres team is really good for baseball. They're giving the Dodgers everything they can handle in the NL West. Plus, Petco Park has turned into one of the best postseason experiences in the league.
Base hit, left center field. And aboard on the leadoff single.
Boog, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Eggy Rosario stands in now and watches strike 1. Swing and a ground ball. Finds its way through, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
Grounder might be 2. Glove flip for 1. How about that double play?
Batting 8, the catcher,
Really nice double play turn right there, and it all started with that sweet glove flip on the feed to second. You know, these middle infielders, they spend a lot of time honing that glove work, so it just becomes like second nature. I think you also have to have a really good glove that's broken in, that's not too large, so that you can have a feel for that baseball and be able to flip it like you're barehanded.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Next offering is downstairs. That one 95 to finish him off. So it's no runs on 2 base hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We head on down to the top of the 3rd. We're tied 0-0. Back here in San Diego, top half of the 3rd inning. Now here is Ozzie Albies. King back to work. And he hits a ground ball right side. Whips it to first. And Albies is retired. Here's Sean Murphy. That's too low. And that is ball 1. This to 3rd, handled by Machado. Gets it to first, and that quickly 2 away. Here's Orlando Arcia.
The shortstop, Orlando Arcia.
That's in there. Strike 1.
Let's go, Friars!
Out to short. Bogarts
Come on.
to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Braves. Braves go down quick. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now here's Jake Cronenworth.
Second baseman, Jake Cronenworth.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Cronenworth, a 7th-round pick by the Rays in 2015 out of the University of Michigan, where he was a two-way guy. And in fact, the Rays used him that way. That's to 3rd. Throw on to Olsen. That takes care of Cronenworth. So the lineup flips over. Jackson Merrill now at the plate. Fly to center his first time. Foul ball there. And that's outside.
1-1.
And a big swing and a miss.
All sliders so
One
far
ball,
in
2
this at
strikes.
bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to
that's
attack
out.
him in the box.
1 out, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Arcia whips it to first, and 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the 3rd. And here is Xander Bogaerts. Doubled his first time. Right through there for a strike.
0-1. No, that's down.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Ball.
The next pitch misses.
2
Ball
balls,
2.
1 strike.
Breaking ball in there for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Just
Ball.
missed.
He should get a pretty good
Doubtful
pitch
count.
to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. The wind of the pitch. On the ground, right side. Olsen steps on the bag. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Nothing doing there for the Friars, and we are still scoreless. On to the 4th. Now in for the Braves, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Ronald Acuna Jr.
Outside. And that's ball 1.
Oh, here's a player who
1-0.
hits the ball a mile when he connects. In fact, Acuna is the first player in the StatCast era to hit 10 straight home runs, all traveling more than 420 feet. He's not exactly just clearing the fences out there.
Next offering is down low.
Let's do it, Padres!
That missed. That's a ball. 3-1.
Come on, Padres, let's go!
Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Count's full.
Punch him out!
Swings, fouls it off, and he breaks his bat. Right side, Tatis under this one. Squeezes it, and there's one down. Michael Harris the second. Next up for the Braves. Grounded out his first time. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Joe snags it for the second out. Marcell Ozuna coming up to hit. Went down on strikes his first time through.
Let's go, Pod! Come on, Pod! Do it, Pod!
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Up next for Atlanta, the first.
And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. Grounded out to short in his first trip. Hit on the ground to the right side. Arise takes it himself, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Braves strand 1, and we're still knotted at 0. Welcome back. Here's a look at this team's early season projection.
The first baseman, Luis Arias.
Pitch misses. Ball 1.
1-0.
Headed towards the corner. And that's a fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. Not stopping. He's going for 3. And he's got a leadoff triple.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0.
Picks himself up an RBI. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
And Manny gets a piece. 1 on, nobody out. A run in here on opening day. 0-2 now as he swings through it.
No balls. 2 strikes.
Chases that one out of the zone. Machado is gone, and there's 1 away.
Oh, really went aggressive in with that slider. Good 2-strike pitch right there. At worst case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted it.
Eggy Rosario digs in now. Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
0-2.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Sneaks through, base hit. Here's the throw to the plate. Not in time, he scores. And they lead by 2.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
The 1-0. Lined, and that's a base hit. Throw into third. In there safely.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
2 on, 1 out. Stepping in for San Diego, Luis Campusano. And there's a foul ball. Rosario, the runner at third. Joe at first. 1 gone. Comes up empty.
Big pitch right here.
No balls,
He's going to try to
2
make
strikes.
a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Swings and misses. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
You know, the danger with the slider is leaving it out over the heart of the plate and getting contact on it. If you're going to miss, you want to miss towards the corners, not in the middle. Right there, he does a great job with hard break at the end. He ran it inside.
No, that
Very
missed.
difficult to do anything when you're tied up like that as a hitter. Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
On the ground to third. Riley fires to first. That takes care of Cronenworth. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But 2 runs for him, and they. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Right side, hard hit. Slings to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind it with another ground ball. Good execution.
Profar gets a piece there. Oh, and 2 now as he swings through it.
This
0-2.
guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he
1-2.
gets swings and misses.
Almost got him. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Went back to the sweeper, and it was effective. And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. He's 0 for 1. And that one fouled off. Albies, a former All-Star, 28 years old, and he's a native of Curacao. 2 down, nobody on. Ground ball to the right side. Handles, throws to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. And we're back. John Sciambi with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5. Jackson Merrill. That one's in there, and that's strike 1. And that drops in for a strike.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count, he's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Got him. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
The flip to the pitcher covering. 2 up, 2 down.
Nice job of deception right there by the pitcher. Got the hitter out there a little bit, couldn't check his swing, and induces a nice little ground out.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Profar makes the grab, and that is that. Back here at Petco Park. So here's Murphy now.
Murphy.
King back to work. Outside
That's a ball.
low, and that's ball 1.
You know, these Braves definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches
1 ball,
they've
1
seen
strike.
today, and it's just not working out for them.
Swing and a foul straight back.
So those first pitch numbers tell me they should try to find a way to slow this game down a bit. Things have been moving just too quickly for him at times.
Now he breaks his bat. Bare hand grab, gathers and throws. Nicely done for the out.
Good arm side run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
And the batter now, Orlando Arcia. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. And
One
that's
ball, no
outside.
strikes.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Up the middle. And a base hit. So the 1-out hit turns the lineup over.
Hey, whatever works, right? Doesn't have to be impressive. Just a simple soft liner into center field for the knock right there. Maybe a little bit fooled by the pitch, but he did a good job of staying through it, and that allowed him to fight it off and just get enough behind it.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play.
Come on, Padres, you can do it, Friars.
Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline.
Sit him down!
Got him swinging. That K is his third of the game.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with two strikes because they do not want to hit that batter.
Balls, one strike.
And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
ST.
And the 0-1. And that one is lifted in the air. Joe has a beat on it. He makes the grab, and that'll do it. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. Back here in San Diego, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the right fielder, Fernando Tatis Jr. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Fernando Tatis Jr. signed by the White Sox 2015 for $700,000. And then eventually moved in the James Shields trade in June of 2016. Out to short, Arcia. Whips it across, and they take care of Tatis for the out. Here's Machado, 1 for 2. And Manny gets a piece.
You know, the first manager to ever win a game here at Petco Park was Tony Gwynn. Yes, Tony Gwynn. They had a college baseball tournament here in March 2004, and Tony managed San Diego State to a win.
One down, base is empty, and ball 1. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Right side, and that one handled. Olsen takes it to the bag. 2 up, 2 down.
Up next for the
Eggy
Padres,
Rosario
the
will hit
designated
next.
hitter, Eggy Rosario.
And that's in there for a strike. Little slider that finds the mark. Pitch misses outside. And the count even 1-1.
1-1.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
1-2.
Popped up. Arcia makes the grab, and that's the inning. Nothing across here this half. We're through 6 full. It's the Padres 2 and the Braves nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of inning number 7, and now it's the Braves DH, Marcell Ozuna. And the right-hander back to work. That's off the inside corner. Ball 1. I've gotten to call some incredible NLDS games here at Petco Park between the Padres and their fierce rivals, the LA Dodgers. NLDS Game 4 here in 22 when the Padres knocked off LA, and then Game 4 in 2024 when the Dodgers started their comeback and eventual run to the World Series. One of the great fan environments in baseball. Swing and a miss. Now 1-2. Action in the pen down there. Jeremiah Estrada getting loose out there. Suarez, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch-out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. I mean, you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
All right, Padres.
Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. His first homer of the year. It's 2-1.
Just relentless. This team will not quit. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Base is empty, one away. Austin Riley next up for the Braves. And that's downstairs. And it's 1-0.
Go Padres!
And another ball.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him.
Two
Both
balls,
of those
no
pitches
strikes.
off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
There's a strike.
Big time jam right there. I hate it
Two
as
and
a
one's the
hitter,
count.
but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
Come on, San Diego!
That one fouled off. 2-2. Looking to get the tying run on base. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Strike him out.
That one
Count
not
is full.
close. Full count now. And a foul ball. He stays alive. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up.
Sit him down! Strike him out!
This one in the air. The rise. Brings it in. 2 away down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make.
Pitching for the
Jeremiah
Padres,
Estrada will take over here.
56.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Come on, Padres!
Profile
Back.
at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up
0-1.
empty there.
He can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
Fastball
two.
for a strike.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Sets him down looking. A controversial called strike 3 to end the inning. So the Braves get one back on the solo. And it's bottom of the 7th. So digging in now for San Diego, Connor Joe. There's a strike.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters
ball, one
early
strike.
in at bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
Swing and a high fly ball. That's out to center. Harris hauls it in, and there's one away. Next for the Padres, Luis Campusano, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That's in there. That's strike 1. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Acuna makes the grab, 2 down. Here's the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth. He's grounded out a couple of times. And downstairs. 2 outs, base is empty. That one
That's the
misses.
ball. That's down.
Now 2-0. There's a strike.
Ha!
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
Swing
Yeah.
and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
Well,
Two
there's a
balls,
certain
two
point where you
strikes.
have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific
count.
bite at the end.
Off the mark there. And that's ball 3. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Padres go down. And we're back. We go to the 8th. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. That one is absolutely belted. Merrill sprinting towards the gap. Can't reach this one. It gets down. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box, and he'll feel real good about that one. A chance now to even the score and maybe extend this game.
Fly ball center field. Merrill hauls it in for the out. With a single base runner because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. Orlando Arcia getting ready to hit. And that one fouled off.
Come on, Padres! All right, Padres, let's go!
So the tying run at second. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. 2 down.
Well, that's what he's looking for with the fastball above the zone. A swing and miss or weak contact.
Here's Acuna now.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Check swing, he went too far, and it's a strike.
0-1.
Let's go, Padres. Let's go. Woo!
To third, handled by Machado. Zips it to first, and Acuna retired. That's out number 3. Back here at Petco Park, here's the center fielder, Jackson Merrill.
Jackson Merrill.
Hey, folks, you hungry? Come get some grub. Water. Get your water here.
Now pitching for
Here comes a new arm for the Braves, Hurston Waldrop.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
That catches the top part of the zone. Strike 1. Waldrop measures 6 feet 2 inches. He features a 4-seam fastball, a splitter, a slider, and he occasionally uses a curve. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Harris has a beat on it. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one down. Here comes X to the plate. 1 for 3.
Shortstop Xander Bogaerts.
He was late there. Strike 1.
Well, he threw that fastball
0-1.
right by him. Gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you got to think, is he trying to set me up for later in this at-bat?
And he takes it himself for the out. 2 down, base is empty. Luis Arraez stands in.
Arraez.
And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2.
No balls. 2 strikes.
Just
No, that
misses
missed.
the
That's a
mark
ball.
outside the zone.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That missed
Nope,
inside,
ball.
and it's 2-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Out to center. Harris has a beat on it. Brings it in. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Nothing doing here this half. Through 8 full, It's the Padres 2 and the Braves 1.
Now pitching for the
Jason
Padres,
Adam on to try and close it out.
Number 40.
A chance at his first save of the year.
Adam.
So now to the plate for Atlanta, Michael Harris the second. 0 for 3 in this one. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
It's 0-1.
Let's go, Pod.
Come on, punch him out.
0-2 now. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. In time, and a drop third strike leads to the first out. Here's Marcell Ozuna. Out to short. Bogarts handles the chance. Now only one out remaining.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
This one driven deep, way back there, and it's gone. We are tied. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 2-2. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at-bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
That one fouled off.
Come on, players.
2 outs. Hard hit, right side. On to first, and that is that. Braves draw even on the solo homer. And we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Back after this on the show. Back here in San Diego, Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. Waldrop back to work. A little bit high.
Ball.
And that's ball 1.
1-0.
Let's go, Nando.
Hee-haw!
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Breaking ball in there, got him looking. A huge out to start the bottom of the ninth.
The third baseman,
Manny
number
Machado
13,
up to the plate.
Manny Machado.
Fastball for a strike. 0-1. And Manny gets a piece. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. One down, base is empty. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Puts it away for the out. Eggy Rosario, the next up for the Padres. Right through there for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Trying to send this to extra innings. Got him looking for the K. That's the third out, and we'll play extra innings in this one. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. Score remains 2-2. And welcome back to the ballpark. On to extra innings. Now batting Jurickson Profar. And that's outside. And that is ball 1.
Let's go, Pod. Sweet.
On the ground, right side. Cronenworth throws on to first. One away in the top half of the 10th.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a hit, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat, especially when you're playing extra innings.
Now a pop-up on the infield. Squeezes it. 2 down.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep,
1-0.
it's a pop up and an easy out for the defense.
Come on, Pods.
2 outs. And fouled off.
Come on, Padres.
Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Going back, and that lands inside the party porch for a home run. Bottoms up, he'll touch them all. His first homer of the year, and they add a couple more. It's 4-2. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Always scary for a pitcher when a guy can take a fastball down the middle and hit it to the opposite field. No holes in a swing like that, and that time that ball was hit hard.
And the Padres manager making his way toward
Pitching for
new
the
pitcher
Padres,
on here, Yuki Matsui.
number 1.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Bases empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here in the top half of the 10th. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. We're in extras here. Stepping in for San Diego, Connor Joe. So they turn to their closer, Raisel Iglesias.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here
No
to try and
balls,
close
one
it out.
strike.
Broken bat, roller to first. Olsen. He steps on the bag, and they get the leadoff man in the 10th.
That's why you hug the lines on the corners late in a ball game like this, positioned perfectly.
Next, it's the catcher for the Padres, Luis Campusano. Fouled off down the right side. The tying run at the plate. Line drive, caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Last chance for the Padres, and now it's going to be Jake Cronenworth. And that's through there for a strike.
0-1.
It's 0-1. Hit to right, and that ought to do it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Braves take the season opener and move to 1-0.
Nice work out of the bullpen for that first MLB win, Boog. They turned to him when they didn't have the lead. He kept things steady, and he's rewarded with the W.
And your final 4-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.